Okay. Because I did actually get to the 6th point. Here's the other thing. That 6th point, if you think of that as like, there's a couple of things that we need to think about, these points inside there. I like to think of them as reference points. Like I said, I like to think of them as prills because that's a physical thing, a physical object that we know like has forms from like, this cavitation energy. Only I guess we think of them as being formed from a molten metal falling through a gradient, so it like spins up and you get like a little, it's how they make BBs. It's called prilling, P-R-I-L-L-I-N-G, prilling, and you get prills. But that's like the best description, the physical description for like what the construction, the universal construction of every fundamental object, like every scale seat at that consideration level is. Like what happens is we might not be able to see it from our perspective, right? We might not have the temporal stability to witness it, but like a comet does that. That's what it's doing constantly. That's why a comet looks like that. But the truth is our planet is just a comet. The truth is everything does these things, does this specifically. This is torsional cosmogenesis. It's how everything forms. It's when the plenum compresses, and then these dots start popping up, and these are protons, and they pop, they appear. And sometimes water appears. And sometimes the plenum compresses in ways we don't expect from the universe and from the solar system. And sometimes that happens in periodicities that are outside of our perceptual scale as far as our intelligence and like requirements for recency bias as far as like proof of things are concerned. And what I mean by that is that if there is a serious threat to survivability, right, with the periodicity that is outside what we consider typically historically reasonable, the only way that you would prepare people for that is by trying to communicate it in the only way that you would recognize that it would be possible, which would be in belief systems that would be passed down from person to person. Or you would carve them into stone. You would do both. I think I just digressed there.